So you want to get some chest work, but you don't have a bench. And you heard the single arm floor press was a great chest exercise, to which I would say, sort of. On one hand, doing the single arm floor press is definitely better than doing nothing when it comes to working your chest, but there is one major problem with this exercise if your goal is to build a massive set of chesticles. And that problem is that it limits the lengthening of your chest muscle because the floor stops your upper arm from maximizing the stretch of your pecs. And as it turns out, when it comes to building muscle, that lengthening under load is a key component to maximizing your muscular hypertrophy, meaning increasing muscle mass. However, there are a couple of things we can do to make this exercise more effective. Number one is we can tilt our knees in the opposite direction of the arm that the kettlebell is in, which will pop the shoulder up off the ground a little bit on the kettlebell side, thus allowing for a deeper stretch of the pec in the down phase of the exercise, which is much more effective for the goal of growing a big enough chest through the pec dance. However, some folks find this to be uncomfortable on their lower back, and if you happen to be one of these folks, I have another adjustment we can make to this exercise that will allow you to maximize your pectoral progress. And all you need is a strongman sandbag, a Bulgarian bag, or a foam roller. I just happen to have a functional training swing bag, and if you're going to use this variation, I would strongly suggest front racking the kettlebell first before squatting down to the bag and leaning back. And while this might seem like the bag would move around, you'd be shocked at how much the extra weight of your kettlebell actually pins this in place. And the extra bit of height off the ground from the bag will now allow you to get a larger stretch of the pecs under load so you can add some muscly meat slabs to your chest. But what if you feel discomfort in your back and don't have a foam roller or a strongman sandbag to lay on? Then you're totally I'm kidding, we are just going to use the standard single arm floor press to pre-fatigue the chest first, then maximize the chest stretch with our hands elevated on kettlebell handles or a couple of chairs while performing the deficit push-up. That way, we make up for the stretch of the single arm floor press lax, which will allow you to grow your chest without a bench. Long story short, the single arm floor press is a mediocre exercise for chest growth, but with a couple of tweaks, it becomes a much more effective exercise for building a solid chest. But if you're going to build a solid upper body, you might as well learn to build a solid lower body with your kettlebells with the 5 kettlebell exercises shown in this video here. I'll see you there.